I wasn't planning on doing this, but then my roommate inspired me and he said, you should film your first tee shot. And I was like, man, it's been done, and it's disgusting to watch someone get a shot. He convinced me, and then I thought to myself, man, then I gotta tell my parents that I'm starting, huh? It's kind of a little bit stressful, but what I'm doing now is I'm just getting ready. Nice lady is gonna give me a shot. Man, it's really happening. I better hurry so I'm not late. I wonder, where's she gonna put the needle anyway? I'm gonna safely leave my bike right here. This place just says welcome. Hey, thanks so much. I'm so excited for my first shot today.
So, my name is Sue. And I am a nurse practitioner for women's healthcare, and I never learned anything about transgender issues in school. I've learned it all on the job, and I am delighted to be able to help people come into their true gender identity.
Thanks so much. Do you feel funny as a women's health specialist treating such a manly man as myself?
No, I'm very comfortable treating a manly man as yourself.
And where are you gonna put that needle today?
I think in your butt.
Whoa.
That's okay with you.
Spike coming through, dog. Spike coming through. And my friends are so cool.
Happy Tea Day! I found a scandal! Well said.
Hi! You're probably wondering what it feels like now that I have testosterone pumping through my veins. Well, turns out it never happened. I never got the shot. What? It's true. I'm still running on the estrogen system right now because of a weird mix-up, misunderstanding, I would say mistake, that really I'm the only person that suffers because of it. But here's the deal, right? I went to the office there at the clinic to get my shot, and I kind of popped the video camera on her and I was like, is it okay if I just document this this part? And I asked her those questions, but really she was probably panicking because she was not going to give me a shot that day. And so after the camera stopped rolling, she's like, just so you know, it's not going to be happening today, and she explained why. Then I went home and I got this great surprise party from my friends where I had to say, actually, it's not going to be happening today. It's probably the day after tomorrow. I have an appointment. That's when it's going to happen. But it didn't even happen that day. In fact, I am having to wait for maybe over a week from when I thought I was going to start to when I'm actually starting, which is hard when you've waited, over 30 years for this. I was thinking, maybe I could save this footage and use it on the day where I actually, start, but you know what? It's kind of an interesting little story, and I want people, if they ever have this happen to them, to feel like they're not alone, because things go weird when you are transgender. I mean, there are a lot of, hoops you have to go through, and some legalities are put into place to protect everybody involved, to protect doctors, to protect mental health care people from, losing their licenses, and to protect the individuals themselves from making mistakes that could harm them. My healthcare practitioner, Sue, who was on video there, she had, things that she wanted me to do before starting this process, and they were obtain a letter from a therapist that I have a long-standing relationship, and get some blood tests. So what happened is I moved to this town, this small town, after starting this whole self-exploration process through, let's say, therapy or whatever. So my therapist was from a different town. Oh my gosh. And every medical person I've worked with, it's been me explaining what is transgender, what needs to happen, what is the Harry Benjamin standards, what are these things, and it's me actually educating and explaining, which is great, but sometimes you have to wonder, do they know what they have to do in order for me, you know, in order for this all to happen, for me to go to the place where I need to go. And maybe it's my fault for not choosing like specialists, but sometimes you live in places where there aren't specialists. And that was the case with me. So the letter from my therapist came from someone who was from a different town, and that was something that my healthcare practitioner thought was a little strange maybe, or it was she just wasn't sure, so she said, I'd like you to get another letter from another therapist here in town. And I was like, hey, that's kind of like changing the rules on me. Like, I put in months of my time working on this, and I have a perfect letter, and all you need is one letter. You don't need two letters. That's like made up. But you just can't argue with doctors, you know. They go to school for years. They really have to work hard at doing everything correct, going through all their own hurdles and red tape and laws, basically. You know, they have to follow the law to a T, otherwise they can get sued, they can lose their license, they can lose their livelihood, they can, you know, they have to do everything in their power to protect themselves and their patients at the same time, and that's a lot to work with. But at the same time, as a transgender person, we are specialists, just especially the more time you put into doing your own research, to really exploring, like, is this right for you? You know, I'm older, so I've had years to really look deep. You know, I watched like 40 dudes transition on YouTube, you know, from female to male. I've watched people transition from male to female, and this is something I know so much about. Like, and everybody, when you say like, I'm transgender, you know, you have to answer 50 million questions. and then, you know, suddenly when you go to a healthcare practitioner and, you know, maybe they've had 3 or 4 cases walk through their door, but they're talking to you like, you know, okay, this is what's gonna happen, and it's like, actually, I'm already there. Yeah, so I'm just in limbo, purgatory, as some people may call it. And then you have to deal with scheduling, which is tricky, because I have to go to another therapist and another doctor, and no. Like, you know, days go by, people don't accept patients right away. There's not like the perfect slot available that works with my schedule and their schedule. So I'm hoping it will happen soon, but I'm not going to get attached to any day at this point. But have any of you had funny little things like this happen?